Welcome to Adventures in Self-Blended Learning. My name is Bernard Bull, and I'll serve as your tour guide as you go through this course, this learning experience. I'm going to talk to you this week about a few different topics, but I'd like to start with one brief introduction. How about this question? What do Abraham Lincoln, Benjamin Franklin, Thomas Edison, Nikola Tesla, and Leonardo da Vinci, what do they all have in common? Yeah, they were brilliant, and we know their names, their household names today. But I think there's something more to them than just their brilliance and just their genius. I think there was something about them that we can embrace today that can really help us flourish and that can help learners flourish today. They were deeply curious. They had a love of learning. They had this sense of agency about them where they felt like they could control how they learned and what they learned. They were self-directed learners. And it was that sense of self-direction and that capacity for self-direction that I believe catapulted them into the history books. They built upon the gifts that they'd been given, and that made a huge difference. So one of the questions, maybe the key question for this course, is how can we help more learners embrace that approach to learning? For me, this journey probably started in my childhood. But there was one experience that I had when I was right out of college that really changed my world. I was reading a book, Frames of Mind by Howard Gardner. It's the book where this concept of multiple intelligences was really introduced to the world. And so I'm reading it and I have a number of questions. And this was in the 90s, the early to mid 1990s. And I really wished I could talk to Howard Gardner, but I didn't go to Harvard. I didn't know him personally. So as I'm reading and I'm thinking about this, I look over and I look at my computer. It was actually the first computer that I bought with my own money. And I had an internet connection, one of those old school internet connection where it kind of screams at you through the modem when you connect. And I realized, I bet I could find Howard Gardner online. And so I got online and I didn't Google him. I think I Alta Vista'd him at the time, search engine at the time. And I found Harvard's website and I found him and I found contact information and I reached out. And I didn't get a personal email from Howard Gardner at the time, but I think it was a graduate assistant. And I got answers to my question. And in a moment, a book became this two-way conversation. It became this sense of I'm connected to the authors in real time, potentially. And that became this sort of lifetime journey for me, where now when I'm learning things, I ask the question, who are the leading experts in the world? And how can I reach out to them? And how can I learn from them? And for me, that was kind of a huge shift. And it introduced me to this world of self-directed learning that we're going to explore together in this course.